if you could see yourselves today. Be proud. Hold your head up high, Minnesota. All right, we're gonna get into the program, but I got a couple announcements. We gotta find some people in this beautiful crowd. People that have the Women's March fabric flags, we need you up here. So anybody who's got the Women's March fabric flags, Erica is over to my right. Please see her. Can you make your way over there? All right. Okay. Fantastic. Oh, look at these beautiful people. Well, hey, let's just kick it off. Welcome to the People's March. Whose house? Our house. Whose house? Our house. Whose land? Our land. All right, for the people. I'm so happy that you're all here. You know, the cold may be here, but love and joy is going to keep us warm today. Woo! So we do have a couple announcements to keep this safe, to keep this fun, and to be love and to be in community today, what brought you here today. But first of all, let's recognize our sisters and our brothers and the people that are marching also in Minnesota. Olivia, Minnesota! Woo! St. Cloud, Minnesota! Brainerd, Minnesota! Grand Marais, Minnesota! Fergus Falls, Minnesota! Moorhead, Minnesota! And the Twin Cities! All right, I love it. Okay, so just a couple announcements, and then we're going to bring up this wonderful, talented performer to be with you today. So we are here in love. We are here in community. That might not be everybody's purpose today. So there may be some people that are going to distract us from our love, that are going to distract us from our community. And what do? Boo! We don't want them. So the best thing to do, don't engage them. They're not here for love. They're not here for community. Just leave them alone. We don't need them. We've got a party right here. Absolutely. So we have contracted with security, and they are folks that have the hats. If you can see them, a lot of folks know the good work that they do. They're going to help us de-escalate. So if you find somebody not being here in love, not being here in community, you can always find somebody in security, and we'll de-escalate that for you. So, but we're going to have fun, we're going to ignore them, and we're going to do our thing. So speaking of our thing, we have a wonderful, beautiful singer-songwriter from right here in St. Paul. Her name is Chloe Roll, and she's going to make her way up to the stage. And she made a song for all of you, for all of us. It is called For All People. Welcome, Chloe!
So I apologize in advance. My name's Chloe Roll. It's good to see all of you here. Give yourselves a big cheer and a round of applause. Thank you for being here. I just want to say it's one thing to educate yourself and be aware of systemic issues and social and political injustices and inequalities, and it's another thing to actually show up and to be here and to do something about it and raise awareness for others. Yeah, you're all amazing. Thank you for showing up. I also want to thank Cody and Keston, and thank
Connor.
you for, yes, and Connor, who's, I think, at the Capitol now. So thank you for setting all this up for us today. My fingers are already frozen, my mouth is already numb, but I'm going to do my best here. So let's warm up with me, will you? Ready? Repeat after me. Ayo! So my song is called For All People. assuming you probably haven't heard it, so I'm going to teach you the chorus right now. And I just want you to repeat after me just like that. All right, I'm going to teach it to you, and then we're just going to do it, okay? You think you can do it? Yeah! All right, so I wrote this song because I wanted to write an anthem for this march. And so when I say I want you to sing it with me, I want you to sing it with me. I want you to be louder than me, okay? All right, so here's how this chorus goes. I'll sing the first few lines and I'll ask you to repeat, okay? All right, so here's how it goes. I'm sorry, now I'm blanking on my own song that I wrote for this march. Poor folks, middle class. Can you say that? Poor folks? Poor folks, middle class. Students and teachers. Women and men. Queer, trans, non-binary. Trans, non-binary. We're gonna need you of every color. Yep. We're gonna need to be for all people. Can you clap with me? For all people. For all people. All right, so that's how it goes. We're gonna do it together. Are you ready? And I'll ask you to sing the chorus when I get there. For too long, the ground we stand on has been the foundation of systems which oppress us, and as we march apart, the capital of the whole, I ask you to sing this song. Sing together, come on, we need poor folks, middle class, students and teachers, women and men, queer, trans, non-binary, of every color. We're gonna need to be for all people. There we go, keep clapping. For all people. For all people. For all people. We cannot forget how easy it is to sin, passive and idle. Our actions are vital, no matter how small. Change one thing and it changes it all. Together we stand. Are you ready? Put your hands together. We need more folks, middle class, students and teachers, women and men, queer, trans, non-binary, of every color. We're gonna need to be for all people. That's right, louder, here we go. People, here we go. For all people. One more time. For all people. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Sam. Thank you. All right, let's hear it for Chloe Roll. Oh man, that was so special that she offered that gift of art and love for us. We are so thankful. She is, you can go to the website and you can see her perform that and see the lyrics. It's just absolutely beautiful and it's going to warm your heart. Okay, we have one more speaker.
before we start marching, but a couple of announcements. The folks with the banners and our dancers are actually going to lead the march. So they're kind of interspersed with some of the folks that are here. So we're just going to need to give them a second to get to the front of the march, which is going to be that way. We're going to be marching out that way off of the St. Paul College property. So just want to get our folks aware that they're going to have to get to the head of the march, and then we'll get going. So like we said, today is about love. It's about joy. It's about coming together. It's supporting those that are really going to need your help. So when you get to the Capitol, we're going to have some really good speakers. And we also have some incredible organizations that are doing transformative work that are going to need you for the next 4 years and beyond. So we do hope you go into the Capitol and meet some of those folks and hear what they have to say and answer their call to action, because that's what's going to take us through these next 4 years. Exactly. And can I say, Minnesota, we are outside. We don't need no stinking building. We're outside. We can handle the weather. Come on now. Okay, so again, let's be in love. Let's share our voices. Let's really support one another. And we're starting today. And somebody who's going to help us do that too is Reverend Dr. Dwayne Davis, who's going to be joining us. So I'm going to introduce Dwayne Davis to give us some words of inspiration.
Are there any resistors in the house? Are there protesters out here? Oh, are there defenders of human rights out here? Oh, so when I say forward together, I want you to say not one step back. Forward together. One step back. Forward together. One step back. Forward together. Not one step back. We aren't going back. Don't you ever doubt us for 1 minute. We're not going back. In a couple of days, it's going to be a day of contrast. We're going to honor and remember Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, who knew that everybody, every human body, everybody in this world had inherent worth and dignity. And in his way, everybody is somebody, and we will never leave them behind. And on the other side, they're going to inaugurate a man who has vowed and articulated his decision to turn back women's rights, reproductive rights, LGBTQ rights, human rights and civil rights for people. But we won't go back. And I'm telling you now, you're just starting, you're just getting out. Shake off any fear, shake off any of your doubt, shake off any reservation. They're going to try to discredit you. They're going to try to diminish you. They're going to try to gaslight us that it isn't as bad as it really is. They're going to tell us to shut up. But we won't go back. And we're not going to leave anybody behind. We're not going to leave anybody behind. So out there, my gay and trans siblings who are just living their lives and loving who they love, who are living authentically, we won't leave you behind, and we won't go back. To our undocumented neighbors and co-workers who are just trying to live safely, who are trying to get a good, decent life, we won't leave you behind, and we won't go back. Oh, to all of those teachers and librarians who are trying to teach our youth and who are staring down book bans, we won't leave you behind, and we won't go back. And to all those doctors and nurses who are providing life-giving and life-saving reproductive health care, we won't leave you behind, and we won't go back. Oh, I'm telling you, they think we are weak, they think we are scared, they think we're going to go home, we're going to get tired. But we who believe in freedom, we are not going to rest. We won't go back. And so now when we go to this march, I want you to keep it in your mind. We're going forward together. We're going to hold each other. We're going to stand beside each other. We're going to have each other's back. Forward together, not one step back. Forward together. Not one step back. Forward together. Oh, we aren't going back. You better get ready, America, because the people who are defiant, the people who are resisting, the people who are protesting, we are on our way, and we're going to change this nation for the better because we have right on our side. Everybody is somebody. We are going forward together, and we won't go back. Let's do it!
Thank you. All right. Let's hear it for Dwayne Davis. Now that's the wake-up call I need every Monday morning. All right. So we're coming to the end of this
I think they're okay.
program. You guys are hanging out with us. You're doing it. You know we got a little bit more to do today here. So just have a look more. Everybody turn this way. That is the direction. You
Claudia?
are watching. If somebody's looking at you,
I wrote it as Claudia.
that way, they're going the wrong way. So everybody do this way.
Reporter guy came over to me and asked
You get in, you can
if anyone knew how many people were here, and I said I didn't think so.
No.
get into formation.
Use your opportunity to carry a flag. Oh, here we go. Just making sure I'm in the front.
Beautiful march for us. So just 3 people, if you can do that, that would be great.
Just make sure you don't trip.
Yeah.
11 in Minnesota. Let's do it. Let's represent each other.
Woo! Okay, right. I'll just be running up and down, This picture has had no peripheral view.
possible. If you need to go ahead at the back, start making your way to the center aisle on this side as well. We'll get as many people in here as possible as we continue to celebrate our Minnesota People's March. Step on up, everybody. Come on in. Also, so any of our friends that have accessibility issues, we have some seating here near the steps. We'd love to ask you to take part of. Step on up, continue walking towards the state capitol. We appreciate each and every one of you. Nosotros somos el grupo Calpulli Quetzalcoatlicue. We are the epic dance group Calpulli Quetzalcoatlicue, headed by our fearless leader Susana de Leon. She can't be here today, but we are here, Calpulli Quetzalcoatlicue, and she's here in representation as well with all the people united. We are not afraid. We are not afraid of the cold. We are not afraid of what's to come because we are together, and we will continue to work in the name of humanity, in the name of what's right. So thank you for inviting us to the People's March. La Marcha de la Gente. Vamos a hacer una danza. We're going to be doing one danza just to re-energize you, a quick one, and then we'll let the speakers continue. We are not afraid. No tenemos miedo ni del frío, ni de la que viene, porque ya hemos hecho mucho trabajo. We've already done so much work, so let's continue to do this work and stay strong. No nos da miedo. Vamos a hacer la de Olín y después de eso vamos a hacer la danza de Guerrero. Elección sencilla. very much. We hope you are energized. We give thanks to the Creator. We give thanks to the protectors of this land, to the indigenous people of this land. And now, we also have a commitment and a responsibility to our young ones to continue in this fight, to continue in this struggle, because we know what's right. Thank you. That's what it gets out of people.
Thank you for bringing the joy that we all need. The dancers, awesome. I'm just going to start by saying, folks, we need to move off the stairs, please. We got to get everybody out in front. Welcome. I'm Ann Tracy, volunteer and board member of Women's March Minnesota and ERA. Thank you to everyone who has made today happen. Thank you. Thank you to the volunteers, the hundreds of hours you don't even know. Thank you to the generosity of the sponsors and the donors. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to the inspiring speakers. Thank you especially to the partners that we're really here for today, who are lifting up, protecting, and saving our communities every day. Thank all of you for coming out on a brisk Minnesota day. Big cheer for yourselves. Thank you. We are breathing a sigh of relief here. Our theme today is Fire Up, Follow Up. You guys look pretty fired up. I'm happy to see it. Use that today for sure. Save a little for the next 4 years. My challenge to you, our challenge to you, is to follow up the march today with at least one action. The speakers on the stage, the partners who will be inside after the program, we've got some QR codes here that all have a number of actions that you can do. Listen for your calling. Pick something you're passionate about and do it. And bring a friend. Do it. Together we can go forward. And we are definitely not going back. Now it is my honor, I would like to introduce our formidable MC for the afternoon. I couldn't be more excited to learn from the comedy from chaos because we need it. We need it. So here is Miss Shannon Paul. Thank you so much.
Keep it going for Ann, everybody. I am so grateful to see all of you here today as we continue to march and show our enthusiasm for all of the chaos that might be coming towards us in the next 4 years. So, here's what we're going to do. A good friend of mine speaks on the concept of belonging. So we're going to start with a little work project right now. I want everybody right now to look to their left, find a human being next to them, and on the count of 3, you're going to tell them, I am so excited that you are here. Again, you're going to say, I am so excited that you are here. 1, 2, 3, everybody go. All right, look to the right, find a new human being, and again, on the count of 3, I am so excited that you are here. 1, 2, 3. Now, friends, family, loved ones, look up here right to our Minnesota State Capitol. On the count of 3, we're going to send all of that energy, all of that gratitude, all of that love out to all of our friends, families, and colleagues here in the great state of Minnesota. And again, on the count of 3, in one voice, we're going to say, I am so excited that you are here. 1, 2, 3. I'm so excited that you are here. Give yourselves a round of applause for building community this morning. As Ann mentioned, I am Miss Shannon Paul. I'm very grateful to be your MC today, and I, of course, am so excited to see all of you, some familiar faces, some new faces, beautiful faces that are here today to continue building community. Now, I'm going to go through a variety of things that are going to happen throughout today, but I also want to remind you that please, throughout this morning, take care of yourselves and the people that are near you. I'll remind you again, our first aid tent is right over here. There are lots of ways for you to go ahead and warm up throughout the morning. If you need to at any given time, you can step inside. So please, again, be kind to yourselves and to one another as we continue community. There's going to be lots of times where my face freezes and I'm just going to keep talking. It's all good. we are basically here to say is that we thank each and every one of you for coming out today on this amazing Saturday morning and being with us here at the Capitol on a very pivotal point in time. At a time when it is more important than ever to stand up against hate and defend democracy.
Woo!
Now, I'm sure everyone here knows that our incoming administration has an agenda that is dangerous and alarming for women, LGBTQIA plus individuals, BIPOC folks, and many others in our community. And I am not saying anything new when I tell you all that we need to fight back. So as you listen to our speakers today, you can also scan the QR codes that you see here and then also throughout the floor here at the state capitol. Because as Ann said, we are encouraging you to take action. And so you'll be able to find a variety of ways that you and your friends and your family and your colleagues can step up and actually do something to make a difference. And it's going to take all of us to fight back against all of these policies and rhetoric. So again, the community building is another thing that is incredibly important as we continue this work that needs to be done. Now, we have a few housekeeping items for you to address before we get into things. As I mentioned, if you need to warm up or use the restrooms, we encourage you to go ahead and step into the Capitol. It's going to be on the stage level around the corner behind me, so we encourage you to do that. There's also our medic table right here at the bottom of the stairs. Our medics are wearing their blue vests, so if you need any assistance throughout the morning, or if you see one of our colleagues that needs some assistance as well, please make sure that you find one of our medics in order to give them assistance. Also, before we get started, thank you very much to our friends that started our program today. But I also want to remind everybody and take a moment to acknowledge that we are on the Dakota land. We recognize that this land was stolen through acts of violence,
Broken treaties and colonialism. You do that one.
Woo! Yeah.
Y'all in the back aren't doing it. I see y'all.
Yep.
round of applause to our amazing technicians.
Woo!
That was like NASCAR level of changing the batteries, like if they had to. Out of respect, I want to start again with our landing now.
I'm like,
Righty tighty, lefty loosey, which direction are we going? Again, friends, I want to remind you that we are on Dakota land, and we recognize that this land was stolen through acts of violence, broken treaties, and colonialism made possible by these systems of oppression that still persist today. So we honor and respect the indigenous people whom the lands are sacred to and who call this land their current and ancestral home. And as our theme today is taking action, I also want to encourage you to take action in regards to educating yourself on the land on which we live. And so I encourage you to also go and take part with the Native Governance Center. You can go to nativegov.org to get information and actionable items that you can do to support this community from that as well. Now, as I mentioned before we got started, we have a great lineup of speakers today. So to get us fired up to take action and start moving the work in our communities over the next 4 years and beyond, because it is crucial, more crucial than ever, that we band together to work towards our democracy and continue these basic human rights. So we are going to do that throughout today. Now, our first speaker of the day is an Indigenous women's advocate, ERA enthusiast, and a Minnesota senator.
Woo!
She is the chief author of the Equal Rights Amendment, or ERA, and has been a champion in the legislature for gender equality under law. Please welcome Senator Mary Kunesh.
Hello, everybody. I am State Senator Mary Kunesh,
much, and I'm here to welcome you with a warm handshake and a good heart. I am also the author of the Equal Rights Amendment in the State Senate. And I can tell you, when I finally pass this off of the floor in the Senate, it will have been my third time. I passed it in the House, I passed it in the Senate, and now we need to do it again, and we are not going to give up for any reason. It is absolutely imperative, and I honestly believe that the most important thing that the Minnesota legislature can do is to take to the voters the opportunity to provide certainty and stability to Minnesota's legal system by setting a clear legal standard that everyone, regardless of their gender and so many other factors, are protected equally by the Minnesota Constitution through the Equal Rights Amendment. Every Minnesotan, every single one of us deserves nothing less than the Constitution equality and a government that upholds our basic values of fairness. Gender scrutiny must receive, and this is so important, gender scrutiny must receive the highest level of scrutiny. The assumed equality is not enough. It has not worked for us in the past, it is not working for us now, and so we must make sure that we have that equality to live and do the things that we need to do in our lifetime. Our state should work for all of us, no matter what we look like or who we are. Well, most of us think that we have protections under the 14th Amendment, according to our courts, and a lot of people don't understand this. According to our courts, it does not actually cover discrimination on the basis of sex. Therefore, we must be clear and we must be explicit by putting on the ballot the question to vote to Minnesotans. And this is the question. Shall the Minnesota Constitution be amended by adding a specific guarantee of equality of rights under the law and shall not be denied or abridged by this state or any of our cities, our counties, or other political subdivisions on account of race, color, national origin, ancestry, disability, or sex. And that means it is including but not limited to making and effectuating decisions about all decisions relating to one's pregnancy. It includes the decision whether to become or to remain pregnant, and it makes sure that our gender identity or gender expression and sexual orientation are protected. So what do you all say? Yes, ERA? Yes, ERA! Thank you so much. It is absolutely paramount that we enshrine the legal protections under a constitutional amendment, and the ERA will provide a clear constitutional guarantee against gender discrimination, making it easier to challenge discriminatory laws and thus formulating a commitment to gender equality that reflects modern society values. I want to end here because, and I want to share with you a horoscope, my horoscope from just a few days ago. I don't know how many of you follow your horoscope. I do. It always gives me affirmation. But this one was really, really significant. And this is what it said. There is a paradox at play. While fairness might be a myth, so is futility. In the absence of justice, we can still act and find meaning in the cracks. If nothing is fair, then we can still build something even better, and that is purpose. We have a purpose. We have so much work to do when it comes to equal rights, gender rights, human rights, and every one of you are here for that reason. And so I'm going to leave you with that purpose of bringing humanity to our state constitution. And I hope when we finally pass these off the Senate floor and off the House floor, all of you will recognize that we are united in purpose. So Chi-Miigwech, welcome to Tonka, Pini-Gigi. Thank you all for being here on this beautiful, beautiful day. Thank you, Senator, so much for starting us this morning with that wonderful information. As I mentioned, this is a day to encourage you to take action. So I want to remind you again that there are so many important initiatives like the ERA that need support from all of us. So, reminding you again that the signs are located throughout the Capitol's grounds. You can get that QR code right now, which will take you to womensmarchmn.com/2025 actions, where you can find specific ways to take action with our partner organizations throughout the day. Now, our next speaker was celebrated as Young Person of the Year in Twin Cities Pride for 2023 for their fierce advocacy for the LGBTQ plus community. Jace Weplow is a young trans advocate, passionate about amplifying queer history and protecting trans youth and all trans people. They have been speaking out about LGBTQ plus rights since they were just 15 years old, and they're not stopping now. Please welcome to our stage, Jace Weplow.
Hi friends. The cold weather might be my fault. The last 2 times I've spoken up here, we've had terrible weather. This is the best it's gotten. It used to be freezing rain and snowing. Apologies for your hands. Okay. Surrendering is unimaginably more dangerous than struggling for survival. Stone Butch Blues, Leslie Feinberg. Hi friends, so I'm Jace Weplow. I'm currently 21. However, I'm an Aquarius baby, so I'll be 22 by the end of the month. And I have been doing this work since I was about 15. Which means I was known as the angry gay activist kid in high school, which made me wildly popular with my English teachers and either besties or mortal enemies with my social studies department. And I was a trans youth when it was like the best time to be a trans youth in the recent history. When we look through the really narrow lens of recent history and post-colonial America, which is the lens we tend to use when we talk about being a trans youth. For example, I'm 10 years younger than when the Minnesota passed the Minnesota Human Rights Act, which gave trans people, as long as the other queer identities, basic human rights against discrimination. We were the first state to do so. Everyone else kept trans people out of it. I was 8, arguing at the lunch table for gay marriage because I've always been the same person. Not much change here. And when I was entering in middle school, gay marriage passed nationally. A fun fact about our national gay marriage equality is that it is younger than Frozen. We have watched Elsa and Anna on the screens longer than we've had marriage equality across all 50 states. An unfun fact about that is the first anti-trans bathroom bill was introduced within a 6-month period after Hodges v. Obergefell passed. It was only 6 months that it took to turn against trans people. So I want to call to action that you do solidarity, we don't do infighting, and we truly stand together. We have seen a rise of groups like Gays Against Groomers and TERFs happen in the last several years, and I urge you to not fall in this path. We've seen this happen time and time again. This is nothing new to our history. We see this when we look back at our mothers of Stonewall, even though if you want to talk to me about Stonewall afterwards, please do, because you have your facts wrong. I like to call them the mothers of Star. They were booed and kicked off of Pride stages after giving credit for starting the riot. They didn't start the riot, but that's where we give our credit. We see it in Lilith Fair and the Women's Music Festival, turning against our trans brothers and sisters, mostly our trans sisters. I really want to encourage you. We see it locally when the George Floyd uprising was happening. The white queers who have their rights because of riots turned against the uprising because it was too violent. Where do you think your rights came from? So I'd like to encourage you to not turn your back against your trans youth, especially now when they are on the front lines and they are the front targets. I would also like to encourage you to support your intersex friends and family. We have an intersex bill that is going to be introduced, hopefully. Call your senators about it. And finally, I would like to give you one last action, which is, and I'm taking this directly out of my best friend Lee's book. Go check out Leah's Tigers. If you know a trans kid, if you can find a trans kid in the crowd, take money out of your wallet and give them the cash. Let them be a kid. They need to go buy Pokemon cards or probably a Roblox gift card if it's more accurate to the time. And lastly, and most importantly, please take them off your social media. If you have a trans youth, take them off of your social media. They deserve the safety. Thank you. Learn your neighbor's name and stay united as a front.
Thank you, Jace. As I said, every actionable item counts today, so make sure that you take notes of all of that. Now I'm excited to bring up our next speaker. They are best known as co-creator and former head writer of The Daily Show. Now she's working to protect and expand abortion rights, and in 2015, she founded Abortion Access Front, a collective of comedians, activists, writers, and producers that uses